Alright, class, today we're gonna talk about something important. I want to ask you all y'all a question. Where is the speech? Some of you may think it's inside me or it's in my heart. Well, maybe here's the thing: the speech doesn't just magically appear. You just have to go find it. Imagine this. I say I'll pay 50 to wash the dishes. Would you all do it? Some of you would, some of you wouldn't. Now imagine someone else comes along and says, I'll pay you 500 to wash the dishes. Would you do it? A lot of people would say yes, they would do it. But it's all about who's dedicated to go do it. Not a lot of people would go do it just because for free. A lot of people want something for it, you know. A lot of people would go up just to do it for 500, but the person that would probably do it for 550, they would not want to do it. Now, of course, you'll say yes, but here's the key. Even if the $500 never came, you still would have done it for 50. Why? A lot of people would do it for 50 because that's still a price that a lot of people would still do it. A lot of people still need the 50. 500 is a lot more, but 50 can get you a lot way more. And obviously, it's not about the money, it's about who you are too. Do you have to it, or do you do it because with your excellence, because that's your standard? The next example I have for you guys is sports identity. Some of you will never play in the NFL and the NBA, and we get it. Y'all show up to practice. Y'all go every single day to practice, even though y'all will not get in. But y'all still put the dedication and the work ethic to stay in the practices, going every day at 4 a.m. practicing, even though the coach might not even put y'all in, but y'all still keep it going. And that's the thing, you still show up to practice, you still put the work in. And even though if your coach doesn't see that, if your coach is like, I'm still not putting you in, as long as you say you tried is what you should think about that for yourself. It matters of who you are, and like it just matters that you know what you're gonna put in, because sometimes the coaches might not think much of you, but other people will see you and be like, wow, he does do all the stuff that the coach wants, but the coach does not want to add you either way. But it just matters how you are and not how everybody sees you as. Even when no one is watching, even when there's no reward, the work you put in shows what kind of person you are. Even you go every single day to play, to practice, your coach doesn't care about you. He will not put you in no matter what. As long as it shows that there might be other coaches that would put you in. The next example would be speaking exercise. Now let's bring this back to speaking. In class, I give my students random photos on the wall. They have 30 seconds to talk about it. No fillers like or What happens? Most of them waste their first 20 seconds warming up. But the real speech, the thing that audience needs to hear, comes at the end. You have to really dig for it. You have to find the speech inside the topic. It's hidden, and it's your time to uncover it. Like a lot of kids would do like a little task, like to find things. Obviously, you're gonna want to go find them. You're not gonna just stay still and like they say, like, oh, there's $500 somewhere in this room, and you're not just gonna stand there. You're obviously gonna go crazy and try to find everything you need, because your mind is like, oh, $500, like, that's a lot. I need to go find it immediately, you know. So we just have to find our potential. Example number 4, framing and impossible. Think about the word impossible. Most people say, oh, I'm possible, that's easy. But let's go deeper. It's all about framing. What you frame a situation changes what you focus. For example, maybe your parents got divorced. That's hard, but if you frame it differently, you see new opportunities. The event is the same, but your focus changes everything. The speech is in your frame, in your focus, and in the lessons you want your audience to take away. So that's the truth about every speech. It's all about the transformation, not just information. It's about giving your audience what they need to hear, not what's easy for you to say, not what fills the time. What actually helps them think and changes their thinking or inspires them to act. Every time you get in front of people, remember this is not a chore, this is a privilege to speak to someone right in front of you and take the spotlight that you have in front of them and directly speak to them to act focus. Because when you share something important, you're not gonna not make eye contact with someone. You're obviously gonna make, even if you're shy. Maybe sometimes I feel like when I can't really talk to people because I feel like whenever I see someone, when I first meet someone, I get really anxious to see them, but I still try to keep myself because I've heard a lot of coaches tell me that I don't look at them at the eye, and that's something I don't really, I do struggle with. But other than that, it's a privilege to get to talk to someone to eye contact. You could be casual, just checking the box, or you could be an impactful and champion person in the room and the most powerful person in the room and just spread all the stuff that you can.